second.
I'm rolling.
Can you close with that?
Because Wyatt's not over here running things.
Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, we need you.
Coach won't talk without you, Wyatt. Get over here.
You're a pro, coach. Thank you.
No, we just need you in general.
You get a little closer. That's good.
All right, guys, go ahead.
Well, Coach, just Kentucky obviously struggled a little bit, but what do you see from them?
Well, what I know is the respect that I have for John Calipari and his program, and what he's meant not only to the University of Kentucky but to college basketball in general. And when you think of his teams, all I know is they always get better, always. And I don't care what's happened up to this point with either University of Kentucky or the University of Tennessee. You can throw all that out. It's going to be a game where both teams are going to play hard, going to try to get better, and so we're going to have to be ready to play. And you go back and look, they've like a lot of teams in college basketball, you know, they've had injuries they're dealing with. I'm not sure he's had his whole team together all year, and the one thing I do know that his teams always get better, and they play their best basketball late in the year, and hope that people can say the same thing about us, that we're going to get better and we're going to still play our best basketball later on.
Rick, talk about the success that you guys have been able to have in this building against Kentucky.
You know, I think you've got to give Kentucky a lot of credit for when they go on the road. I mean, they've had great success in that program, and certainly since John's been there, you know, he's taken it to even a different level to where people expect it. It's like you know, one of those basketball programs, and that wherever they go, people want to come see them play, and your fans get excited, and that's I think most anybody would say you're envious of that. You want that. You know, we want that wherever we go, and we want to build it, but it takes a long time, over many years, which Kentucky's been successful in basketball. You go back, what, 40s, 50s, I don't think there's probably a decade they haven't had great success, and so it's a compliment to people that have coached there, who have not only carried that on, but have improved it. And I can tell you, John Calipari's improved it as much as any coach they've ever had.
Rick, I know the fans will be excited Saturday for Chris Lofton and the retirement of his jersey. What does he mean to this program?
Well, we all should be excited for Chris. When you think about, I've never met anyone that can say one ill thing about Chris. You know, when you come into a situation like we did 8 years ago, and you know you want to build something special, but you also know you need past players and people involved with you to help you do that. He embraced us, and he really, from the time he came around, one, because he loves this university so much, and the second thing is he loves being in the gym, and so I think our players had a chance up close to see a real professional go at his craft and do what he needs to do, and but lay that aside, the kind of person he is and what he stands for, his love for the Lord, and the way that, I mean, he's real. He's as real as can be. Then you throw in the fact that he had to fight cancer, but he's such a great person, and it's more than in the way he loves the program. And I don't know of any era that doesn't love him because of the way he loves this place.
What makes Oscar Sheboy such a great rebounder?
Effort. Got a great second, third lift off the ground. Great angle player, terrific hands, really quick with the ball, quick with his hands from his shoulders over his head, extends, plays with extension, willing to leave his area to go get rebounds, and but he's got really good body control. He doesn't have to so much be technically correct in terms of his footwork. He just has a knack, and it's, when he rebounds, he's got a great touch around the rim. But rebounding, as we know, it's effort, but it's also in some DNA, and he's definitely got it in his DNA.
How important is it to contain him?
It's hard. I mean, you say contain him. I mean, when you got a guy that's averaging a double like he has for so many years, I don't know if you can contain him. You just got to hope that you can make him work for everything that he gets, because he's going to get it, and if you don't make him work for it, he's going to get a lot more than what his numbers show.
How's Kentucky different with and without Cason Wallace? What does he do for them, I guess?
Well, I think, you know, Cason has a terrific player, and it goes back to, you know, with our team. Same, I can say the same about our team. You know, you get new guys in the program, you're learning them, they're learning you, and I think what Kaysen has done, he's gone in there, he's learned this program, he's learned the system. His roles probably changed a little bit from where he started, but that's part of the coaching part of it, where you are more around players, you learn more about them, and they learn more what you need them to do, and so Kaysen's done a little bit of all that for him, and a guy that again, he can do a lot of things on both ends of the court.
What do you remember about those 2 games when you were at Texas playing against Chris Lofton, and just what was it like as an opposing coach trying to slow him down on any given night?
Well, if I speak to you honestly about the first game in Austin, we had 6 players that we played in the game that we wanted to play because one of our guys, Daniel Gibson, got a concussion the day before the game, and when he was a non-factor, and they played great. And then coming in here, we had the game won, and the officials took over.
Coach, what do you remember about that shot that Lofton hit here in 06?
Well, I know it was a deep one, and again, it was. I tell people all the time, all they got to do is look at the tape. But the fact of the matter is, it was a real. I was telling someone yesterday, it was a major turning point game for Kevin Durant. He had played great, made a couple decisions at the end of the game that weren't very good, and after that game, he really had a whole different focus on college basketball in the terms of. He actually came back after Christmas. This was right before our Christmas break here, and he came back and said, "Coach, I want to really learn how to play this game, not just from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint." And within about a week, he took off like a rocket and won every National Player of the Year. That's, if you want to ask me what really stands out, that's what stands out to me.
Coach, what's Zakai, when you watch film, what's Zakai doing right now, at a higher level than he has been?
I think, again, understanding the game and wanting to be better. I mean, want to get better as a player. He's all about winning. He's a highly competitive player, and he's again, we're asking him to continue to learn a position he's never truly played in terms of understanding maybe what a point guard's role is to play, and but he's starting to get it. And the exciting thing, I mean, he's only a year and a half into this, and it's to think about what he can continue to become.
How much do you think putting those orange tape up on the backboards has helped the efficiency of your big man?
Well, I wish we could leave him up, but I think it's helped. But again, we've preached that forever, getting the ball higher off the glass and getting it up there. But that's made him focus more. We used to have a piece of white tape that went, horizontal. But they seem to like that better, and I wish we would have done it sooner.
2 more.
Coach, just this rivalry, what's your understanding of it now compared to, or appreciation of it compared to when you first got here?
Well, rivalries aren't rivalries unless you beat each other. And, and that's what I think is this, we've competed against each other now since I've been here, but it's gone on forever. There's been, you go back through the years, there's been, I guess, times when maybe, for the most part, I know Kentucky, has got double the wins, I think. Is that right, Tom? I don't. But so, if it's going to be a rival, you got to beat somebody. And for that to happen, we're going to have to continue to play good basketball because, again, they're going to play and they're going to get better. I don't care what's happened up to this point. I know John Calipari, and I know how he is. Nobody's going to work harder. Nobody's going to put more into it. And he's locked in on one thing, and that's to figure out how to get these guys better. And I fully expect them to be better when they come in here tomorrow.
How much of a turning point or wake-up call was that game in Lexington last year? I remember you talking about leadership and things of that nature after, and it seemed like you guys found it pretty quick after.
Well, I think it was a big wake-up call for Kennedy Chandler because he went in that game and played one of his worst games he played, and to see where he came from that game until the end of last year was really a compliment to him because he was. I think that was a game that he learned. Hey, this is a whole lot different than I thought it was going to be, and maybe for a couple other guys, but they played great. I mean, it's a night where they made every shot. They played great basketball, and when teams are doing that, if you're not playing, if you're not competing at a highest level, they're going to put it on you like they put it on us.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks. 158-77.